There's nothing guaranteed to completely kill your sense of humour than knowing that you are expected to perform a humorous speech. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, 2 weeks ago I had no idea what I was going to say tonight. I was trying to think of a topic and I kept thinking, death, how can I make death funny? No. Car crashes, how can I make car crashes funny? No. And then Annie, who sadly isn't here for me to thank her, came in with the dressing up kit 2 weeks ago. Ding! An idea was born. Children, they're funny. But then I got to thinking, I haven't got any children. What can I say about children? So I thought, instead, I would talk about the inner child. Because I don't know about those of you who were here that night, I didn't want to give back my fairy wings. I so didn't want to give back the tiara, and I definitely didn't want to give back the wand. And it's funny because we think that we teach children how to live and how to be in the world, but actually we've got it all horribly wrong. It's them that teach us how we should be in the world. A very wise man said, when I grow up, I want to be a little boy. And what is a little boy? Well, not your average dictionary says, but a boy is a noun. A noise with dirt on it. And a little girl, as we all know, is sugar and spice and all things nice when she's asleep. So why would you want to be a kid again? I mean, you can remember it, can't you? Kicking through the leaves, jumping in puddles, getting really ridiculously excited that it was snowing. A day's holiday was the most wonderful thing. A teacher training, what? So why would you want to be a kid again? You know, all that unrestrained creativity, all that enthusiasm, all that fun, all that laughter. Did you know that kids on average laugh 400 times a day? Adults, it's about 30. I don't know about you, but I think that's really sad. You know, you could be a kid, and you could be silly, and you could be enthusiastic, and you could be fun, and you could not be polite. That was a terribly good speech, John, well done. You could go, yay, that was really good, well done. Or you could be adults, because that's more fun. My inner child's never that far from the surface, you can probably tell. I still get wildly enthusiastic about the most stupid things. Well, not the most stupid things actually, the things that I do. A gig, I can get excited about a gig for 3 months. I'm going on holiday next month and I can't wait, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. My friend's getting married and everything, and I've got a frock and shoes that I can't actually walk in. But it's going to be such fun. And kids, remember that they learn to dance before they learn that there's music to dance to. They ask questions like, not the wisest man in the world couldn't answer all the questions of a child. And one of the things that's very close to the surface about my inner child is my sense of curiosity. When I was little, why? Even now, several years after my childhood, my mum can still be sent into paroxysms by the very mention of the word why. So think about it. When was the last time that you were unrestrainedly enthusiastic? When was the last time that you put your wellies on the second it started raining and went straight for the biggest puddle? You know that one you normally park by and go, oh for God's sake. When was the last time that you played just to play? Not to win. Not because they're short of somebody on the five-a-side team and they need somebody, but just to play. When was the last time that you walked outside and realised there was a whole playground out there. Do you remember that when you were a kid? You didn't need toys. And if you've got kids or if you're around kids ever, you know that an empty box is far more fun than what came in it. Remember that? Remember when you had that creativity and that fun and that joy every day. I said before, we think we teach kids how to live. I think we're wrong. A guy called Gaston Bachelard, no idea, said, like a forgotten fire, a childhood can always flare up in us again. And I just want to tell you a little story about the curiosity that never really went away. You see, as an adult, I'm still interested in what's through that door, and what's around that corner, and where does that go? And if you press that button, what happens? And I'm going to mention again Australia. I was in Australia a few years ago and I was in Perth. And I thought I'd just go for a little walk, explore the city. What's around that corner? I got to the top of that hill. I wonder what that huge building in the distance is. 4 hours later, I was 13 miles away from where I began and completely lost. So Toastmasters, please, remember your inner child, but don't follow her directions. Mr. Toastmaster.